So this is the shortened version. I think everyone is somewhere else right now. So I'm going to try and shorten this version and get to the point without anyone interrupting me. Ready, set, go. My kids are all homesick. I have 4 of them. We live in a small house. I cannot online learn with my kids. We tried it already in April. Having all 4 of my kids sick, it's October 1st. All 4 of them are sick. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 5, and grade 7. So 2 grades that are not required to wear masks, but Jay and I put them in masks. 2 grades that are required to wear masks. What that tells me is that the protocols that are in place are not effective in our current school system. Because if my kids can contract the common cold, then they can sure as hell contract COVID. I am not worried about my kids having a cold. They always have a cold during school year. And, okay, maybe one of the questions is, well, how did it take them longer to get sick? No, actually, it did not. It is the exact same as every other year. Ethan has been home since the second week of school. He made it to school like 2 days besides that. Brooklyn and Ben made it through, I think, 3 weeks of school, and Justin made it through 3.5. It's the exact same as every other year, which tells me that my kids are not safe in the public school system. The protocols that they have in place, not effective. Not protecting my kids from getting illnesses. If COVID is more highly contagious than other illnesses, as soon as it comes to our school, how fast is it going to spread? Because every other illness that is normally in the school system at this time of year is affecting us. So how is that any different than any other year? The other issue I have is that our school board, whatever the people at the top, have shut down classrooms in my school. They have taken teachers away to put them on online learning, which, I'm sure they need it. But instead, they now have the opportunity to use more space and social distance, which would be way more effective than just wearing masks. We all know that. That's one of the things they've said since the beginning. But they're not doing that. Those classrooms are closed. They're empty. And some of them only have, one of my kids told me that there is a classroom, at least one classroom, where a teacher uses it solely for the purpose of teaching online. This is not an effective use of our resources. You are taking away resources from my kids to provide an education for my kids. So my current city has very few cases. Everyone who goes to the school we go to, pretty well everyone shops in Aurelia, and Aurelia is very low on their numbers. But as soon as it breaks out in Aurelia, my kids aren't going to be safe in school. They got a cold. They are pumping my kids with hand sanitizer, and my kids wear their masks. Justin even wore his mask. He doesn't take it off unless he's eating. He keeps it on outside, and he still got sick. So not enough. It's not enough. You guys are not doing enough. I'm not saying the teachers aren't doing enough. I'm not saying the administration at our school isn't doing enough. I'm saying it's not working. This isn't working. It's clearly not working. Look at the numbers. Look at the places where COVID is rampant. And it happened as kids went back to school. And it happens every year that everyone gets sick when kids go back to school. It's a cesspool. I don't care how much you clean it. Kids are gross, period. I have 4 of them. I know. They're gross. They spread germs like it's their job. Like they are professional germ spreaders. That's just how it is. And this isn't working. So y'all need to fix it. Because otherwise we're going to be going through this horrible cycle all year long where my kids are going to get a third of their typical school time. Because when they're home, they are not getting online learning. I'm not teaching them. I mean, I'm not neglecting them. They are learning practical things, having chores. They are going to be reading daily, but I'm not furthering their mathematical education or their language education or anything like that. I don't have the ability to do that. We already know that. So this is the shortened version. If you want to watch the ridiculous real life version of me trying to give this information out, you can watch my other video. Okay? Just watch the other one. It needs to change. It's not working. And I'm not the only parent who feels that way. I know you're out there. I know you're all out there. I've talked to you. You're there. It's a gong show. I knew this would happen. I'm not surprised. I'm just here to say, told you so. I put my trust in you. I hope for the best, but I'm not surprised. Nobody's surprised. None of the parents are surprised. They're like, yeah, we knew this was going to happen, but what other option do we have? I had to go back to work, and I don't have daycare, and I can't afford daycare because, can you imagine, I've never, ever put my kids in daycare. I have 4 of them. Can you imagine me trying to put my kids in daycare? I would have to get a very skilled job to afford to be able to put 4 kids in daycare. It's not going to happen. So that's where we're at. Y'all need to fix it. Y'all need to make better decisions. Straight up, you're making stupid decisions based on financial reasons instead of actually putting my kids first. Instead of actually making decisions that are best for our children. You are putting too much pressure on parents. You are putting too much onus on our ability to discern if our children might have contracted something somewhere. And I mean, by the time my kid is sick, they've already made other kids sick. You know that. That's how it works. And if my kids are in school using these pandemic protocols and they're still getting the same illnesses they got every other year, that means the protocols aren't working. And you guys need to fix it. So fix it so that I can drink my coffee alone. And if you want to know what it's really like, someone in the government, you guys should watch my other video and see what it's really like for me to try and accomplish anything in my day. I don't even work full time. Parents who do it, I love you. You're all amazing. I can love you just because you are amazing. But that's it. Fix it.